Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Fair with the Podcast. Your boy 2K Suave. I am joined with my dog A Rod. Season 100 and whatever of the NFL season is here. Welcome to the show. Ready to be disappointed again. My green team, his green team. What's up, A Rod?
Show me a gun. Show me a gun.
It's
That's
too
all.
early for that. It's too early for that. It's way too early for that.
We
So
said that last year. Remember, I'll never forget it. What was the number? Let's say it with me.
14 and 3.
14 and
This
3.
man really thought, but hey, it's okay. Y'all play on Monday night, right? Shit. That's a bad omen. Shit, that's
Shit.
a bad omen. I don't know what Roger Goodell's trying to do, but good luck, Aaron. We'll talk about individual players and all that. Um, Before we get into what we're gonna talk about today, let's just dive right into crazy, wacky, funny. Been 2 weeks. A lot of shit has happened in the last couple weeks. You go ahead, Rod. Take it away.
Crazy, wacky for me. Um, Florida State. Florida
Thank
State.
you. That was my funny.
Florida State has to be the craziest, wackiest thing I've seen. That we deserve to be in the national championship, and okay, you blew your load in London or in what was it, Dublin? Why they're playing college football in Dublin, I do not know why. I don't get it. Are we trying to get Dublin recruits over here? Like, what's going on? But okay, whatever. It's cool. It's fun. But you lost to Georgia Tech, which is a rival of yours. Um, and not a good one at that, I would say. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch a lot of college football, but I'm trying this year. I'm doing better. I watched a lot of college football this weekend. Um, and talk about DJ Ujulari. Like, I thought that guy was playing like
Ujulari. I don't even know how to say it, but it's not Ujulari. It's like Ugalavia or some shit like that.
whatever. Like
Ugaliglia.
that dude, like, I remember him at
Trash.
Clemson, and I thought he was supposed to be the savior over there. And yeah, he's
You're not that guy. You're not
waste
that guy, buddy.
Wasteman Management's calling him, but yeah, like clown show shit, man. And then you lose to Boston College, Boston College.
I mean, they got ran on. I mean, they like some 1972 NFL college game. Like they just ran rough shot on them. So the script is out. If you want to be Florida State, they can't stop a nosebleed. They can't stop. I mean, what else? What else is hard to stop? I don't know. They can't stop shit, dog. It's really embarrassing if you're a Florida State fan. One of my coworkers, he's a Florida State alum. Had he not been on his cruise, I would have ruined his Monday night. But I mean, you know what?
I'm surprised
Go
he
ahead
came
and
live.
I'm like, you know what? Stay on your cruise. Don't let me bother you because shit's embarrassing.
It was an amazing cruise. We do have one missing person on the cruise, one Florida State fan. You can just see it coming out right now.
Overboard, man,
Jumps off
overboard.
end of code, jumps off end of boat because college football team loses.
Jeez,
You can read
yeah,
it.
it's wacky out there for if you're for Florida State. Um, I mean, yeah, honestly, this weekend in general for college football was my whole from Thursday night with North Dakota State and Colorado all the way to Sunday night with USC beating LSU, which was shocking to me. And then with post Caleb Williams era, and then Monday with the debacle of of the Florida State Seminoles who kicked off this season with the 10th seed and no longer ranked 0-2 to start the season. It's a beautiful day. They're the worst team in the state of Florida right now. So, man, instead of playing Miami this year, I wish we was playing Florida State, USF. That is because damn, that would have been funny. That would have been my funny for the year. But a crazy story though. Ricky Persall of the San Francisco 49ers got shot in a robbery attempt for a Rolex by a 17-year-old kid in San Francisco. I was gonna say y'all need to chill out, bro. It's not that deep. I don't know why y'all think this is like. And the kid got shot back with his own gun. So he's the donkey of the week if you want to use Breakfast Club vernacular. Stupid shit over in San Francisco. Don't really make sense why that would happen to this young kid. But hey, luckily he took that bullet like 50.
Who'd have thought it would make Trent Williams want to come back and play football too?
Bruh. When you see one of your young ones get shot like that, it's like, all right, I got to be there for my team. So and you know how I feel about the 49ers last year and in the last couple of years. But after that, man, I'm like, there's no real beef. I don't really have beef with these human beings. I don't really care about that. So,
We'll see.
for him to have to
We'll
deal with,
see we'll see when the season starts. I don't want that energy. I know we get.
we'll for him to have to deal with that this early in his career is pretty shitty. So, big ups to him. It wasn't a good weekend for the Florida Gators. So big ups to to him. The powerhouse of Florida State and Florida.
Hey, shout out to Sean too, man. I know it's a big
Yeah,
win for him, and he called me that night and told me some really like personal stuff, and takes a man to do stuff like that. Shout out to Sean. I love you, man, and congrats on giving a good shit kicking to the Florida Gators, man.
yeah. So a lot of crazy wackiness in college football. And then last thing with college football before we get to the show, Deion Sanders. The whole shit that he's dealing with the media, and then them barely beating North Dakota State, who are a national powerhouse in their conference, and
Hmm.
everybody kind of went crazy and blew up about it. I just want to say, Sammy, Oregon almost lost to Idaho, so nobody said a damn
Idaho
thing about
what?
that.
Idaho what? Idaho, bro.
Nobody said a damn thing about that. So I just want to say, keep that same energy, media. Keep that same energy. Oh, I'll say my last thing for my last thing for my conclusion today, because I got something to say about a certain individual who's killing it right now in a certain sport. But we're gonna jump into the show. So in case y'all don't know, during the what we have decided to do is we want to get something that we really focusing on. You know what I mean? Like we all, the two of us are here right now, and the other two, we basically just, we're nerds. We watch every sport, we follow every sport. We all got fantasy teams. How'd your fantasy draft go this year, Erod?
I'm doing one right now as we speak.
Wow,
Hmm.
brave man, are you? Brave
It's a
man.
10-man league, and it's for no money, and it's for shotgun guy, and he's annoying, and he's mad that we couldn't put one together, and I don't care. I don't care.
Shotgun guy. Is there any room in the league?
No, we were trying to get 12, but he only could get 10. So I was hoping that he wouldn't get it done today, and we would
Damn,
just be
damn.
like, eh. By the
What
way,
pick?
he's on his honeymoon. He's on his honeymoon doing this. Can you
He's on his
imagine?
honeymoon.
Yeah, his wife deserves
His poor wife.
her picture in the Pantheon somewhere because I'd have murdered me if I was doing that during that time.
Brother,
Been
brother,
dead.
brother, go get some help, brother. Go get some help.
My brother needs help.
Anyway,
To quote
um,
Nurkic, that brother needs
that,
help.
that brother needs some help. But no, we gonna really tap into the. You know what? It's legal in Florida now, sports gambling. So we gonna tap into the sports gambling. We gonna tap into the fantasy sports. We all follow it. We all pay
They
attention to it.
pressure you on TV all the time. They tell you on TV. Why not
It's
hear it
there.
from us?
Now,
Get
I gotta.
your credit card and start putting in funds now because we about to give you some knowledge, okay?
You trying to get paid this season? I just let me let you know what I did this weekend, man. I hit on every college football parlay that I made this weekend. Shout out to University of Georgia beating the dog shit out of Clemson. Dabo Sweeney another donkey the other day because he don't want no transfers.
Yeah.
Shout out to University of Michigan. It was a great weekend. So all I'm saying is that we here to make your lives
That's
easier.
the most important. You forgot the most important.
And so it was Bethune Cookman College. We
Bring
were
on, bring
expected.
on the tide.
We
Bring
were
on the
expected to
tide.
win that game, and that was our warm up game for the University of Alabama post Nick Saban. So
Oh
uh,
God.
God rest our souls. But
Ready for a good shit
we're
kicking?
going to Tuscaloosa. So good luck, kids. Good luck. But if we could score some points
Yo!
and make it look good, we might get some recruits. I like this. So, but yeah, long story short, we here to. Oh yeah, that was part of my parlay too, by the way. But Thule Cookman, the spread was opened up like a 39. I'm like, that's disrespectful, dog. Come on. Boston, I mean not Boston College, Bethune Cookman. Come on, no offense, Bethune Cookman. They didn't
Come on.
even bring their band with them. They didn't even bring their band with them. It was a waste of time. So
This is stay home. We got this.
just
We
stay
got
in Daytona, bro.
save
We
the
didn't need
gas
we didn't
money.
need y'all to come in the first. But anyway,
Save the gas money. We
we
good.
are here to make y'all some money. Whether it's fantasy, week, daily fantasy, whether it's weekly fantasy, whether it's parlays, whether it's single bets, that is what you're choosing the Fairweather podcast for. Is to get your bread up this NFL season, college season, basketball, whenever, every sport, soccer. We're gonna tap into everything, but obviously, in the words of the illustrious whomever, the NFL is here. It is week one. Everybody's excited in a different kind of way. Some are anxious, some are excited, some are happy, some are sad. We got games on Thursday, Friday, Sunday and Monday. So
It's
get.
Friday, then Saturday, Sunday.
I'm pissed off about that. By the way, the fact that Roger Goodell took away a home game from us to go play in Brazil, that's on fire right now. Come on, man. But what we're gonna discuss today,
One
we're gonna
Brazilian soccer. There's one Brazilian player in the NFL too. Like the fuck out of here. Like what are we
who
trying
is
to
it?
tap into? Cairo Santos,
Exactly, a kicker.
kicker. Yeah,
A
exactly.
kicker. We trying to tap into, bro. They play soccer in Brazil. Nobody trying to play football. I'm sorry. You could bring Tom Brady, John Elway, and Peyton Manning down there. They're not playing football. They're playing soccer. Stick to, I don't know what other, stick to NFL Europe. You got a better chance. They should have went to Berlin, maybe them, but not. Come on, this doesn't make no sense. But
Come on,
uh,
man.
come on,
Come on,
man. But
man.
we gonna see what we're gonna talk about some of these games, some key games, some key matchups. We're gonna do some like stardom sit 'em. I got a little special edition of how we're gonna do this stardom sit 'em because I'm gonna make you really have to think, Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
And then, well, yeah, and then we're gonna do some over unders, some parlay. I mean, some money line and all this other bullshit. We don't have. We're gonna get Vic and Sammy's picks, not on this show, but we got to start our picks for the year. So, A Rod, I need you to start making notes because you're the gatekeeper of all that. So I'm gonna count on you for that. But let's kick things off with the beginning. As far as like off season shit and stuff that's happened, A Rod, what big off season moves are you paying attention to? Whether it's signings, trades, obviously a lot of shit happened. That you're paying attention to as you head into week one, as you try to formulate your draft lineup, your how you want to make your bets and whatever.
I mean, the biggest one has to be Jamar Chase. That has to be the biggest one because he's threatening to hold out if he doesn't get a contract. And we're what, few days away from this? We're Thursday. When do they play? They play Sunday. So
They play Sunday, and the coach got his foot in his mouth, like, "Oops, my bad."
yeah,
I
so
guess
Jamar
not.
Chase is definitely one because CeeDee Lamb is off the board now. Brandon Ayuk is off the board now. So if you're taking Jamar Chase in the first round, like he's usually going in a normal fucking draft, unlike the Mickey Mouse one that I'm in, that he goes in the second round.
Don't.
Um,
Oh, I gotta tell you about my wife's league that she's in. Jamar Chase went 14th. Oh, my heart. I was like, oh,
Hey, it
14th.
might pay dividends to the people who didn't take him in the beginning if this shit doesn't go get done. But it's wacky, crazy to think that, anyways. But for Jamar is the biggest one. And then as a Jets fan, of course, I'm paying attention to everything that goes down in Jets camp with everything. I keep hearing the beat writers say like everyone's off of their like off a beat. It's not looking good, bruv, type shit.
Okay, that's not just speculation. That's actually shit because I'm hearing it from the outside, but I don't want to be like, okay, that's just the media trying to plant shit. You really think that's real? That's real?
Yeah, I think so. I think this whole Hassan Reddick thing is really fucking with the team too. He was supposed to be a big anchor on the defense to fix the hole of Bryce Huff, which is going to be a fucking monster for Philly. I'm calling it now.
Shout to Howie
Uh,
Roseman.
and he's having the time in Japan, and every week they're going to slap him with a fine. Fine, pay it. Fine, pay it. Who cares? It's fun coupons, but I don't know, man. Like that team, I love them to death. That's my heart, but they just find a way to, break my heart all the time. No matter how much talent they put on the field, no matter how good it looks, they find a way. They find a way to do it every time. So we'll see. But those are the two things I'm paying attention to right now because all the other shit has been ironed out. Even
Yeah,
Trent Williams has the contract. So
yeah. Well, Brandon Ayuk finally got around to his bullshit. It was I knew. I mean, did I know all along? Maybe, but at some point I started to realize he wasn't really trying to go nowhere, bro. He was just trying to just flex until he couldn't flex no more. And they got the deal done to stay in San Francisco, which means to me, I don't know how much is left on Debo's contract, but I think this might be getting close to the end of the road for his time in San Fran. I mean, keep in mind he was already trying to leave a couple years ago, and to me, he seemed a lot more serious than Brandon Ayuk. So I mean, there's a lot of
he's
mouths to
just an
feed over there.
anomaly. He's just an anomaly because he does two different things.
Yeah,
And it's tough to find a player that will do that, but it's also tough to pay a player that will do those two things too. So you
his
gotta
name
you
is
gotta kind
Christian
of respect.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean
That's all
Christian.
you need is Christian McCaffrey. But outside of that, when we get to our start and sit 'em, I'm going to I got a list of shit. How I'm going to break it down to you as far as like players who are on new teams and all that stuff. So we'll get into some new players on new teams. But as far as like some looking going as we head into week one, key matchups that you're paying attention to. You're about to do your parlay, and these are some of these matchups that you feel like you want to start looking at. I'll start with Baltimore and Kansas City just because it's the first game of the season.
That was mine.
And we'll talk about our pick'ems in a little bit. But I just want to start with just kind of breaking down what to expect in that game. And I got a question for you.
I mean,
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
So Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, the whole circus is back, and they're going for the number 3. Lamar's coming off of a second MVP, and the talk all summer is, what does Lamar got to do to stop this shit from happening, this 3P from happening, all of this shit, right? How much faith do you have? Not even faith. What do you think Lamar Jackson's going to go out there with something to prove in week one? To like really show, like, remember like Detroit last year, their first game was Kansas City, and we didn't know if Detroit was going to be real or not, but they came out the gate, beat the defending champs. I know Travis Kelce wasn't playing. I know Chris Jones wasn't playing, but they came out and they beat the defending champs. Do you think Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are going to come out with that same type of intensity? Like, look, I know I messed up in the playoff game. Here we go.
What the fuck do you think? Absolutely they do, man. Fucking Derrick Henry said the other day, if I could have suited up with that team when I could, I would have, man. Like, yeah, they're gonna come out and fucking. It's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be like what we're expecting to see, with this team. So I'm excited for it. That's the game that I'm looking forward to the most. Hold on, I got to make a pick. Boom, done.
Who just picked? What round?
T.J. Hawkinson in the 12th round.
Okay, Mr. Hawk, put that on your pup. You good? Your IR, you good?
All right, go ahead. I got him and Nick Chubb, so both going on the pup. So, yeah, I think they're gonna come out full head of steam. We're gonna see who the real wide receiver 1 is there with Zay Flowers. I think this is going to be a big year for him. Mark Andrews is back healthy. We know that's the best safety blanket for Lamar. That may have helped a lot for him last year if he was healthy too. I know Isaiah Likely is still there. It's another good handcuff if you're drafting tight ends and something happens to Mr. Andrews. But the dreadnought is there, and you know what I say about the dreadnought? Like, the guy just. There'll be games he gets you 0 points, but that was in Tennessee. Now you're in a well-established run deep offense with Baltimore, and I think he's going to eat. I think he's going to eat. I got him in one league, and
I got him too.
Yeah.
I needed to get him. I said I ain't letting this. This is the first year I ever got Derrick Henry. By the way, I said I'm not going to live my whole life without getting Derrick Henry at least on one of these football teams. So I am happy that I finally got him. So yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see Lamar with a real running back.
What about let's fast forward to just you, because one of the games that we're gonna be doing our pick'ems later is gonna be your team. I know you kind of alluded to it a little bit. You guys have a lot going on in underneath the fire and everything, but San Fran got a lot of shit going on too. Obviously, we just talked about Ricky Pearsall, Trent Williams just came back. Brock Purdy is about to be like looking for his contract. Brandon Ayuk was sitting out all summer. So it's been pretty chaotic over there. Like literally New York all the way to over here, San Fran all the way over here, and y'all about to come to a head on Monday night. Well, what are your expectations just going into that environment right
now? At first I was feeling good about it because the whole Brandon Ayuk thing and Trent Williams, not the Purcell thing, like that's relatively new.
Yeah.
But I was feeling good going into it because I was like, that's a lot of shit to be on your plate coming into the season, and it's not rectified yet. And you were going to have 2 main players on the offense sidelined, and Christian McCaffrey was a little banged up after the last game, so I was feeling pretty good. But now it's all buttoned up, minus Purcell, and my team is just like in limbo. So I'm a bit nervous. I have faith in them. we technically do good the first game of the season. You saw what happened last year. Quarterback tore his ACL, and we still found a way to win in the Meadowlands. So, um, I don't know, bro. You know how I feel about this team. Like, I don't want to, get my hopes up with them.
All right, and then last but not least, before we get into our pick'ems, um, no, two things. First, rookie quarterbacks making their start. Did you finish Hard Knocks?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I like that team, dog.
I like that team too,
I
and
like
I,
that team, dog.
I kind of cried. I kind of cried when the with the one scene, I'm talking about.
The
The
safety,
safety, the safety,
bro, that shit hurt me.
that hurt me, and I thought he was going to be like, you made the team on the practice squad.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
I was like, damn, put this guy in, give him an Oscar now. Give him the
Yeah,
Oscar right now.
yeah.
So yeah, it's tough. That's a hard thing you got to do. And he understands it because he's been in that situation. And it's funny that he got cut by the team that he's the GM for now. So
That's a beautiful story. It gives me hope in life that I will finally one day make my claim to be the GM of XYZ. I ain't get cut from nobody, but I'm gonna have a story too. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah, no, it's the Bears. I'm very happy with what they put on the field as far as the rookie quarterbacks are going. Um, the Patriots do it again. We go high and draft a quarterback, and we're going to sit him, and we're going to put him behind Jacoby Brissett. Now, I don't know if Jacoby Brissett is the guy you want to learn from, but I mean, he's a established veteran, and one thing to notice, this is the first time in a while 15 black quarterbacks are the starters on NFL teams,
Yeah,
which is wild.
yeah.
So kudos to that. I always told you I was racist in football at certain things, and black quarterbacks was one of them. But hey, I'm happy for it. Lamar's made me a believer, so I
You
have
know
a.
what I'm scared of?
Hmm.
Remember how what's our boy's name that was playing for San Diego or the Chargers, and then he got his lungs pierced or whatever,
My
punctured.
backup, my backup, Tyrod.
Tyrod Taylor. And then Justin Herbert was like, I guess it's time to start Herbert. And that was his rookie year. And to me, Drake May gives me some Justin Herbert kind of vibes.
Same thing with Baker Mayfield with him. Remember,
Exactly.
he did
So
everything he could to win that game, and it came down to one last play against the Saints, and he threw that Hail Mary and got an interception. But he still put up 40 points, and they're like, you know what? We drafted Baker first overall, so take it from
I
here.
have a feeling we're gonna see some similar weird shit like that. We're gonna get Brissett week 1 and week 2. They open up against the Bengals at at Cincinnati. It's not gonna be pretty for Jacoby. And I don't know what week 2 looking like, but I feel like he gonna have to go in to get some treatment and something weird's gonna happen, and then we're gonna see Drake May real quick or real early. So, but yeah, we'll see with him, and then Jaden Daniels. It's real hard for me to determine what the hell's going on in Washington to get rid of Dotson. Thank you, but I do still have like a little bit of I don't know. We'll see about Washington, but Chicago I do like what they got going on. So that's who I'm going to be banking on this year as far as like my team that didn't make the playoffs that's going to make probably have a chance to maybe sneak into a wild card. I might put that on there. I might put that on there. But let's get to some pick'ems real quick before we hop into some fantasy shit. Um, and we can kind of break down these games in a little bit more detail as we make these picks. So, we're gonna kick it off with Thursday night football. The Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs, the two-time back-to-back champs. What's her name is still there. Taylor Swift is still with Travis, so we're gonna get a lot of camera time with her. Shout out to my dog Jason Kelsey. He's gonna be on ESPN now, and him and Travis just got 100 million for their show. So kudos to my dogs out of the heights.
Happy for
Um,
happy for them.
um, right now, looking at that game, we have Kansas City's favored by 3 points. Over under is sitting at 47. And then if you money line, Kansas City minus 150, Baltimore plus 125. Give me your breakdown of the game and how would you bet this game?
What's the money line again?
Kansas City minus 150, Baltimore plus 125. This is per Hard Rock Bet. Once again, that was per Hard Rock Bet. If you live in the state of Florida, Hard Rock Bet is legal. So go ahead and download that app. I don't know. We're not getting no cut. I'm just saying do it so that they can recognize us because I said it. I sent y'all.
I'm historically Kansas City doesn't look good the first game of the season every year. And there's a whole new. I mean, we Juju Smith-Schuster's back wild once again.
Is
Uh,
he actually gonna get some? I mean, that they have receivers now. Like they went from man, who they gonna throw the ball to? Like now they got people there. They don't really need
the
Juju.
Super Bowl winner with the team.
Fuck him. Sorry. That was
No, you're not that guy. Don't
part of
be
my friend. Part of my
don't be
friend.
that guy. Okay, but I think he'll get playing time. It may not be. Um, he's the guy you wanted. Like everybody thought Kadarius Toney was going to be the guy, but he's not, and that's why
Shout
he's
out to Kadarius Toney not being on the team.
yeah.
It's been a bad week for the University of Florida. I just got to say, my bad. Continue. Bad week for the Gators.
I'm actually leaning more towards the Baltimore Ravens. It's not because I'm a closet fan. It's just I think Lamar has a big chip on his shoulder that he wants to prove like I can go toe to toe with these guys, and I've got the tools now to be more successful. I think so. You got a healthy Andrews back. You got Derrick Henry back to help you run the ball. I'm um I'm leaning a little bit more towards Lamar winning. I'm looking close. I'm looking at this like a close game too, because you also got the two best kickers going against each other as well. Justin Tucker can kick it behind the logo, and
Yeah.
Harris Buckner, might say bad things about women, but he can definitely kick it
Kick
behind
the
the
shit out of that football though.
he kicked the shit out of that football.
Kick the
No
shit out
problem.
of football.
We know that for sure. So I'm looking for the Ravens to definitely win this by maybe a field goal or two field goals, something like that. But it's going to be close.
Well, I mean, give it. All right. Would you? All right. Like, how would you? So you would bet this Baltimore straight up?
I would bet Baltimore straight up. I would take that.
Hmm. So you'll take
It's
that.
an
What is that?
Arrowhead too. Is it an Arrowhead?
It's an Arrowhead
Yeah.
plus 125.
First game of the year in Arrowhead's always a bit shaky for them.
Okay. How would I bet? So looking at this game, so we talk about new additions, right? Shout out to New Edition, by the way. Just want to say that. I just
I just
wanted
want
to say that.
to shout out to my spitter.
Derrick Henry. That's our boy. Who? That's one of our. We got a few people on this podcast that we like. We love. He's one of them.
You're like
Lamar.
a Derrick Henry fan. There's been years you taught me off. You try to talk me off the ledge, and I don't think I
I never
budged.
tried to talk you off the ledge. I just thought maybe because
When I said no last year, I said
Tennessee Tennessee is Tennessee. I've always been a fan, but Tennessee
you
is
said he was
Tennessee.
done. You said he was
I
done when
thought
he got like 5 rushing yards or something like that. And the
we
next game,
synced it together. We synced it. We synced it. But now in this offense with Lamar at quarterback, not
and the
Ryan
offensive line.
Tannehill. Come on now. With this, come on now. Come on. I believe in Derrick Henry. I believe in Lamar Jackson. I believe in Zay Flowers. I believe in Mark Andrews. I believe in all of that shit. And you are right. Kansas City normally because when you a champ, one thing I learned about the New England Patriots, right? I mean, in our lifetime, I mean, what would you say are the greatest dynasties of our lifetime? The Patriots, the Bulls, who else? The Lakers. For like, those are the best dynasties that we've seen personally, right? The Patriots, Bill Belichick has said this. Typically, September is like a preseason to them because like they've been there, done that. They don't really gotta like go out there and try to prove nothing. So they be going like 2-2 in September, and they go like 3-1 in October, and then they don't lose a game in November, December, and January. So I think you are onto something. I do think like with Lamar having to go through what he went through, losing again, too, because this time they had Kansas City at home, so there's really no excuse in the playoffs. Like we had them at home and we still couldn't beat them. So to me, they don't have the excuse of oh, so and so dropped the ball and fumbled, or so and like they got to go out there and really just go for it. You know what I mean? However, I do remember Kansas City last year. They were able to use that excuse. Kadarius Tony couldn't catch a ball, and then he had that one play that C.J. Gardner Johnson picked it off of a Kadarius Tony drop and ran that bitch back for a touchdown. All that shit, and I think Detroit only won by like, what, 1-2 points or something like that. I think that as much as I want to pick the Ravens to go and win this game, I think they might be too amped up. and they're gonna try too hard, and they might make some mental errors. And where you're putting somebody, a Hall of Fame player like Derrick Henry, into a brand new team, it takes a little bit of time for all of that shit to kind of matriculate and gel together. Whereas Kansas City, they just go. I mean, it's just business as usual for them. I To me, if I'm betting on this game, I'm probably gonna take Kansas City -3. Man, I'll Kansas City straight up. I'm gonna just take the money line.
-3 is a good number.
-3 is a good number because we just talked about what did we just talk about? The
Huh?
kickers. We just
Yeah,
talked about the kickers.
yeah, because we can go tat for tat on every position, and this team matches up well. Like maybe I don't know how many MVPs does Mahomes have? Does he have 3 or 2?
2 and 2. Lamar 2, Patrick 2.
Okay, we have 2 well-established tight ends. Maybe Kelsey's a bit old, a bit older, but very well established and polished. You got
Boot up though.
he boot up though. Boot up. Fuck Jason Tatum too, man. Fuck that guy.
Damn, don't do that. Don't do that.
Fuck Jason. Hey, yo, that should have been my crazy wacky shit. Is Jaylen Brown's Twitter account got hacked, and finally some bad shit happened to him. So fuck him. You've had a great fucking summer. Quit bitching. Fuck you. Shit happens. Go win another one. All right. The wide receivers matchup, it's all like young guys right there and some well-established ones along with it as well. Defense are 2 of the best, and then the kickers. The kickers are the final piece. The kickers are both the best, the top 2 in fantasy. So it's like, what do you want from them? What do you want?
So with the over-under being 47, because I'm looking at, so the last game they played was 17-10, right? That was a playoff game. So obviously emotions were high. And
That's
that was
different, though. Playoff to regular season is different.
Exactly. But before that, 35, 36. Let me see. 35, 36, 34-20, 33, 28, 27, 24.
He's 36.
Quite frankly, opening week, what do you think comes first? What do you think comes first? A good offense or a good defense? What is the
a good offense? Defense is getting tuned in. I think the offense with these 2 teams are in sync. I think they are in sync. Because I'll tell you right now, Kansas City, how they get up there, like I'm like, how out of Chris Jones? How they lost the fucking Honey Badger? They just lost Jarius Sneed. Like how? But they find a way to do it. So I think their defense is gonna, and I could be wrong, but I would take the under 47 on that one if it were me.
Under 47?
I would take the under 47 if it were me.
So your best bet is under 47 and Baltimore straight up.
Mm-hmm. That would be mine.
I will go, because I'm thinking of my score. I'm thinking of in my head is like a 27-24 kind of game. And what's that math? 27-24. That's what, you know that math? 41, 51, 51, 41, 51. That's 51. Damn. Yeah, I will go Kansas City over. All right. We're just gonna leave it there. Next. Only 1 or 2 times we're gonna do this year where we're gonna have both of our teams on here because we both have good teams. I know we try to stay away from them because it's hard for us to pick against or jinx our team. But we're gonna go to Green Bay and Philadelphia. All right. And mind you, please make note of this because you pick Baltimore. I mean, you pick Baltimore. I pick Kansas City. So make note of this. All right, Green Bay and Philly. We're going to Brazil. We got fires. We got criminals. Apparently, Roger Goodell telling the players don't go outside. We got brand new weapons in Philly with Saquon and Dotson. We got brand new money for Jordan Love in Green Bay with all the receivers that they got coming off of a good season for them, obviously. We got Philly favored by 2 points. Over under set at 49.5. Money line Green Bay plus 110. Money line Philadelphia minus 135. As far as like injuries that I know of, my boy that we just got from motherfucking Tampa, Devin White, is already hurt, not going to be playing. So thank you, Tampa. You got us. The floor is yours, man. Like, obviously, I'm gonna take my bias and my objectivity out of this for now. I want to hear what you got to say. How are you playing this one?
Why the fuck are we playing football in Brazil? Why are we playing football in Brazil?
What are we doing? What are we doing, Roger?
Roger that, Roger not, man. Like fuck that. Can't get Roger back. Fuck.
Can't get Roger back.
I'm looking for Philly to bounce back this year. I think getting rid of because you hit the you know your team like I know my team. You pay attention to them. You're not closet fan or fair weather fan. You know you root for them, but they it was like a frat house there with the coaching staff. It was like I'm bringing my boys in. Hey, what you doing this week? Are you trying to coach the offense or what you trying to do? So bringing in your boys and it not working out, and then what's that famous scene in New Jack City with Wesley Snipes? Am I my brother's keeper? And you have to see him.
No, don't do that. No, that was
Yes,
no.
I
Don't
am.
do
Boom,
that.
fired, gone,
That's
done.
the movie. You know what? I'm watching that movie this at some point in the next 2 weeks. I have to watch New Jack City because it has been a couple of years. So thank you, Rod.
A good movie to watch. But anyways, getting rid of that, and I think they totally made the team a lot better as far as appeal and as far as coaching staff too. I think they went and got good defensive players, guys that'll run through a wall for you. Made all the necessary things they need to do. And on the Green Bay side of things, um, what did they really do? They just kept it all
I got
together.
Josh Jacobs
Oh yeah, that's right. They
to
got Josh.
go along with all the damn 20 receivers that they have. They went
Yeah,
and got a running back that I know you've had. You like Alabama running backs, so I know we've talked about him on the show a few times.
yeah. It doesn't make sense to me because I think what they had worked, but obviously AJ Dillon is gone with an ACL tear, so he's out for the year. Um, but I think it's a good. I think AJ Dillon is gone next year. Like I think this is his last
Yeah,
year. He's got to
because
go.
they thought there was gonna be a lot more from him. I think so.
Yeah, and he's just a little too heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think they did right. They got a good veteran running back in the to replace Aaron Jones, which I'm still a little bit confused by. But Green Bay knows how to do shit. Like they're going to be a scary team to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and playing in Brazil, it's a neutral territory. They're just out there. We'll probably see more Brazil jerseys than we'll see NFL jerseys. If anything, they'll be handing out DH Gate jerseys to everybody out there so they look like they're NFL fans or whatever. But just another day to not be in the favelas for the homeboys.
If I see like a Todd Pixton jersey or a Freddie Mitchell jersey, I'll know that shit was free. You know how like they be sending random jerseys to random countries? I swear, if I see a Todd Pinkston, Freddie Mitchell, uh, I'm trying to think of who's another random player. I'll get back to you on that. I know that shit was not that was not that was bought. That was not bought. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean it's going to be interesting because I would never expect a game to be played on Brazilian soil. To be honest with you, that's a little weird. So
It's your boy
we'll see.
Roger. How you calling this one? So we got -2 Philly, over under 49.5, and we got Philly -135, Green Bay +110.
I'd take the over for Philly. Um, what's the money line? What's the score? So
The what?
what's the total for the two scores?
49.5.
I take the no. It's neutral. It's neutral. It's neutral. I'd take the under. I would take the under. That's hard.
And again, how I'm gonna call this game. Who you picking? Just who you picking? Just between Philly and Green Bay, who you got?
Fly birds fly.
That's not how we say it, man. What are you doing, bro? It's fly, Eagles fly, dog. Come on, man. Well, have I not taught you anything after all these years? Anyway, um, I'm out. Look, I try not to. I hate having to have to bet on my team or against my team. So I would try not. Me personally, I'm not putting no bets on us on this game for us to win or lose. However, for the state for this what how do I say that? For the sake of this show,
Hmm.
picking the Philadelphia Eagles -135. My my the spread -2. We're gonna beat them by 4. So go ahead and get that spread because we covering. Now as far as like the over under, nobody wants to be in Brazil. Nobody trying to be there. They've all made that crystal clear. Both teams like I ain't trying to really be here anyway. So it's a business trip. They're trying to get in, get out. Their clock is going to be tick, tick, tick. We think we're going to see explosive shit. Remember, like the Mexico City game between the Rams and Kansas City? It was like 52 to like 80 some bullshit. It's like it was crazy scoring. We're not getting that. We're not getting none of that. It's gonna be a very just let's just get the hell out of here type of game. Um, you look at what's my coach's name? Sirianni, right?
Hmm.
I know they're gonna try to see what they got with the weapons that we have now. We got Dotson, we got Devontae Smith, we got
Okay.
AJ Brown, we got Saquon, we got all the bullshit, right? He's gonna probably try to want to flex his muscle. But what did they spend? What did they spend draft capital on during the offseason? Defense. So
Mhm.
they may say that because like Jalen Hurts is they're trying to run a certain kind of offense where he's not throwing picks and all that. I get that. I just don't know. Just our first game not being in Philly and it being in Brazil, I don't think we're gonna get the full package today. So or not today on Friday. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the under because 50 points. I want to say Philadelphia 24-20. I'm gonna
I
say
like that.
Philadelphia 24-20. That's gonna be the under. They're gonna win by 4, like I said, and that's how we're gonna play it.
I like it. Fly
That's how
Eagles
we're
fly.
gonna play it. That's how we're gonna play it. Say it again.
Fly Eagles fly.
That's what I'm talking about.
All
All
right.
right, let's move on to the ops because I can't stand these hoes.
How about them Cowboys?
Don't ever say that on this show again. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be at
Don't say
the
the
Cleveland
Cowboys,
Browns.
but just the Cowboys. Don't call them the. This is in Ohio State.
Dallas Cowboys. So LeBron's former favorite team, the Cowboys, versus
Who's his
his
new
always
favorite team
favorite team,
now?
the Browns. The Browns are his favorite team.
Oh, get the fuck! Come on,
You know why?
LeBron.
You know why? You know why? They're not because what Jerry Jones when he did the allegiance, the flag shit, and then he said you got to toe the line when you playing for the Cowboys. You got to toe the line. And LeBron said, "Nah, I don't fuck with them no more." So, shout out to my dog Bron because hey, it is what it is, dog. So we got the dude that Mr. Deshaun Watson overpaid, likes his hand job,
Rapist.
likes his
Come on
hand
out,
job.
you rapist.
We got and we got Dakota, who got accused of the same shit. Damn, they
Come
trying
on
to get
out, you rapist.
they trying to get these light skinned quarterbacks one at a time, one at a time.
They said
Um,
15 black quarterbacks this year. Can't happen again. Find the race charger
15,
somewhere.
one
Find the race.
five. Nope, we can't do that. We got Amari Cooper, a former Cowboy, now playing for the Browns versus CeeDee Lamb. We got a lot of weird shit happening in this game. Who do you think is favorite in this game?
Probably the Cowboys, I would say.
The Browns are favorite, -2.5. They're at home, but it's Cleveland. So, like, what does that really mean, right? So, we got -2.5 Cleveland. Over under is set at 40.5. Dallas money line +115. Cleveland money line -135. How you?
Can I ask you something? I want your honest opinion on this.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb is paid as he deserves to be. He's a
yeah,
good, great wide receiver.
yeah.
Do you think last year was like a fluke season for him, or do you think he can only get better from there? Was that like the best he's gonna have in a season?
You know what's funny, A Rod? Because we've been doing this shit for some time now. I knew you were gonna ask me this question.
Yes.
Like dead ass. I knew you was gonna ask me this question. I was like, I know you're gonna ask me. And to answer your question, yeah, he's worth every dime. I think he was worth every dime. Like I remember when he was at Oklahoma, I wanted CeeDee Lamb badly when he was at Oklahoma. I was like, damn, we need him. We talked about somebody who could take the top off the defense or do this and do that. I thought he would be perfect for our football team. So when the Cowboys drafted him, that shit hurt my soul, every bit of my soul. So even though I talk shit about him all the time, that's just because he plays for the op. He is worth every dime. Like his numbers last year was crazy. Dak Prescott's numbers last year was crazy, and there's a reason for that. So I think he was worth every penny. Um, I don't know. Eh, Go anyway. I'll give my opinion on this game. I want you to take it away. But to answer your question, yes, he was worth every penny.
Okay, hold on. Just in the air in my house. Um. All right. So I think the Cowboys. I'm starting to get my Arizona Cardinal feelings over there in Dallas. What's going on in Dallas? I'm starting to get that because the final hoorah is about to come to the end. Remember we had like the Tony Romo era? We had Tony Romo and Thomas Jones and what was the Marion the Barbarian? Rest in peace, man. I love that dude.
Damn, I forgot
That
about
was
that. Yeah.
I know that was my boy. That was probably one of my favorite Cowboys of all time. And what was the wide receiver's name with the mouth?
Which one?
Oklahoma State, 88. Yeah, fuck was
Dez.
his name? Dez. Yeah, Dez. They
Crazy enough, I as much as I hate the Cowboys, I fuck with all of these people that you talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah.
same thing as I do too. It's hard not to root for them. And Jason Witten, they had a squad, but eventually everything had to come to an end. And it's sad when it comes to an end, and then you have to rebuild. I do not think the Cowboys have been doing this right because they have the defense. They've been going good and getting defense and offensive line, but as far as like offensive weapons, it's just going to be CD Lamb there. Zeke's back. We don't know what kind of Zeke we're going to get. I got this feeling. I have this like crazy feeling Zeke is going to be like really, really fucking good.
Nah.
I have this weird. I have this weird feeling, bro. Because Jerry. Jerry ain't going to make him no backup. He's a starter. I don't give a fuck if you went and got Rico Didwell, whatever the fuck his name is.
Auto.
Waste of a fucking pick, bro. It's going to be Zeke. And if you waited and you got Zeke, you're going to be fine. And
People was drafting him. I had him on my queue. Don't get me wrong. Rico was on my queue. I didn't get him in any league. And you know what? I actually did not feel bad at the end of it. I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care.
I said the same thing. And then at the end of the year, he saved me in fantasy. Like he was just sharking touchdowns left and right. Zeke, I think, is just a prima donna. But if you put him with his boys and back with dad, because Jerry's racist ass gonna be like, oh yeah, that's my boy over there. He gonna come play for us and shit. Like, I got a feeling Zeke will turn up. But the Cowboys, I'm paying attention what's going there. It don't smell good. It does not smell good in Dallas right now. You got to worry about paying Dak. Dak also is a little touchy-feely. CD's paid. We don't know what we're gonna get out of Zeke. I'm praying he does well because I am a big Zeke fan. I do like what Zeke brings to the game, but prima donna pulls out titties, says some dumb things, and then you got to worry about Micah Parsons, who's on his podcast tour now, who's doing great with it, and you're gonna have to pay this guy next. And you know what the prima donna bullshit you had to deal with CD Lamb? Imagine with that shit, and then to put the fucking cherry on top. 2 cherries, actually. You lose Kellen Moore to the fucking Eagles, who's probably the reason.
He wasn't Sandy. I mean, the Chargers the last couple of years. He was there for the last couple of years. So they already lost him. They already lost.
Yeah. So you lost Kellen Moore, and that showed a little bit there. But what we preach all the time: why do the Cowboys always lose? Mike fucking McCarthy. Why does he still have a job? He's still like, why I wonder the fucking head coach of the Yankees, why he has a job still, why he's still our head coach. Because of loyalty. That's why. So I'm off the reservation with this. I'm just telling you this is what I'm paying attention to what's going on with Dallas. And there's no other wide receivers there. Who the fuck else they got?
Bro, I see Brandon Cooks on waiver wires across the country. Still there.
Brandon Cooks is a concussion magnet too, man. So, and he's tiny. But he take good pictures though. I'll give him that. He's a great photographer. So
how you calling this one? How you playing it?
Man,
-135 Cleveland, +115 Dallas, over under 40.5. Cleveland favored by 2.5.
This is a team, 2 teams, a team that I have no faith in ever, but overperforms, and a team that doesn't smell good that sniffs the playoffs every year. So you said 40 points.
Who is who in that equation?
The first one was Cleveland, the team I have no faith in, but overperforms, and the team that doesn't smell right and they make the playoffs every year in Dallas.
Yeah.
40.5 is the money line.
No, 40 point. I mean, like over under.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40.5.
I'm gonna take the over. First game of the season, I'm gonna take the over on that. And I'm gonna lean towards I'm gonna lean more Dallas. I'm gonna lean more to Dallas. And I hate
Yeah.
to say that because I want to lead more. If Nick Chubb was there, another story. Because like I oh my God, the Cleveland Browns are the San Diego Padres of football. They really are. They're the San Diego Padres of
Really?
football.
I feel like there's no. I don't
They
know.
are. They are. They put together a great roster every year just to
How about
fuck.
the Chargers or the San Diego Padres?
No, the Chargers are dog shit this year, man. The dog shit.
All right. Believe it or not, plus 115 Cowboys. That's amazing value.
That is
Amazing
value.
value. I don't know why there is. That might listen. It's Wednesday right now. By Sunday, this might change.
Oh, for
Put
sure.
the,
You know it
put
is.
these Johns in right now. I'm taking the Cowboys money line.
You're a Philly fan. Say keep it a bean, bro. Keep it a bean.
Keep it a bean and put these Jones in right now. I'm taking Cowboys. No offense. It's only week one. Don't worry. Don't worry, Eagles fans. It's week one. We're just trying to make them feel good about themselves. Like Stephen A. say, even though I don't really rock with everything Stephen A. Smith says, he does say there's just an accident waiting to happen. So I'm so with
How
that
about
being
the
said,
Cowboys?
we taking that plus 115 for show. And I think this is gonna be a defensive game because
I do too.
CD
And I
hasn't
want to see
practiced all summer.
and I want to see the defense that because I keep seeing Dallas defense. All I know is Micah Parsons. Couldn't tell you one other bum out there anymore. Because the
You
other
don't remember
guys,
Trevon Diggs? Trevon Diggs is back.
Trayvon Diggs, we know Trayvon Diggs. Come on, be honest with me. Do you
He's
think he's
back.
that good? Do you think he's him? Do you think he's
Shh,
him? Yeah.
shh. Don't
And
let
the other
everybody
guy,
know how I feel about him for real.
who's the other guy? Got 172 interceptions last year, and he went out and he's not going
Ryan,
to game one.
he
Yeah,
hurt. He
yeah, he
hurt.
hurt. He ain't him though. I'll tell you that.
But it's still Cleveland. And what have we seen from Deshaun Watson ever since touchy feely happened? We ain't seen a damn thing. So no Nick Chubb. I don't know how many massages Deshaun Watson got this summer. Quite
Massage
frankly,
Watson. Massage Watson.
quite frankly, the under looks very, very because just like you said, we got this. We don't know what's going on with Dallas. We don't know who their second receiver is. We don't know shit about shit with Dallas. And Cleveland is Cleveland. I see a score of like a boring ass game, 14-10 type of bullshit. So I'm going with the Cowboys
I
money
like
line.
that, but it's also first game of the season. I got a feeling gunslinger type shit. I don't know.
20. All right, 17-14. That's still under your 14. I mean your 40.5. I am locking that in. Plus, that's an easy parlay. Under with Dallas plus 115. I like that. I like
28,
that parlay right there.
28-24. What I got?
That's gonna get you over though. You said under. You said over?
I said over.
You did
Pretty
say
sure I
over.
said over. I said
But we,
gunslinger.
but we
Dak,
both got
Dak got to
Dallas.
play. Dak got to play for an extension.
He gonna get his shit off, but he ain't getting his shit off in Cleveland. Nah, he hasn't thrown his CD all camp. We've
You
been
think?
throwing a Brandon Cooks and Jake Ferguson. Come on now.
You think? But you think Cleveland's cool?
No,
You think
no.
Cleveland's cool? When's the last time someone I want to go to vacation in Cleveland?
Come on, Joe Kim. Relax, brother. You know, listen. When I was younger, I was like, I will fight this 7-footer dog. I'm like, he might beat my ass, but I'm gonna get my lick in, dog. I'm gonna get at least one. But I'm going Dallas in that one. That plus 115 is beautiful. So
it's a good take. I agree. I
let
would
me take that. To a weird game before we finish off with the Jets and San Fran. We talk about weird shit, right? Our boy Mike Tomlin, Black Forces and everything, right? His first game with this new regime that he got from quarterback is going to Atlanta, that brand new team in Atlanta. So the reason why I put this game on here is because there's a lot of shit going on between these two teams that we don't know what to make of it, right? You got Kirk Cousins, then you draft what's his name again?
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix, 8th overall.
Penis.
You go get Russell Wilson, and then you go trade for Justin Fields. What did they say? You got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. So I don't know what's going on with those two teams, right? Then you look at the receiving core. Kyle Pitts on the one side has been disappointing. George Pickens is mad at everybody on the other side. Deontay Johnson no longer in the picture. Running back situation. Bijan Robinson, he got held back by Arthur Smith last year, and now Arthur Smith is in Pittsburgh this year. Storylines galore. Storylines galore. We got the first. We got a brand new. We got 2 black coaches going against each other.
Cordell Patterson, I think, is in Pittsburgh.
Cordell Patterson is over there. There's a lot of shit going on between Pittsburgh and
fuck right now.
And the game was in Atlanta. You know what that means? Russell Wilson got to go see Future. Sierra.
Sensational.
You know Future gonna be on the sideline, so Russ gonna be distracted.
He's gonna be like
There's
that.
A lot of shit going on in this game. That's why I had to put this game on the list.
Have to. I agree.
Take it away. Like that. The floor is yours.
Man, it is Dirty Bird Central over here, man. It is fucking wild to think all the what's the meme of what's his name, Charlie Day with the fucking plots, and he's just like looking at all the different stuff. It's wild because you can draw a loop to anybody.
Bruh, there's connections all over the damn place.
Oh my god, it's wild to think of it now. Shit, I couldn't believe it.
It's insanity.
Oh my god. All I can say is I think this dual quarterback thing is going to benefit Mike Tomlin because if anybody can
Is it dual quarterback though? Are they doing that for sure?
I think it's going to, because he said there's going to be some packages for him. I think we're going to get a wildcat offense with this type shit. I think we're going to get some crazy shit. Mike Tomlin's been waiting for something. He's like, I got 2 guys, one that's a Super Bowl winner and corny but mature, and I got another kid who's hungry waiting to take his job, but also an amazing clipboard holder, and we can put shit together and make this work. I got a feeling it's going to work. I don't know how. It's going to work, though. So I guarantee you, by week 3, if Justin Fields still on the fucking waiver wire, like, someone's going to pick him up. I got some kind of feeling they're going to, like,
think he could have, like, a Taysom Hill type of role?
That's what I'm thinking. Like a Taysom Hill type role where he just catches the ball and runs it. You know, plays a little tight end type shit. I don't know what it's going to be. He'd be the tiniest tight end I've ever seen, but whatever, slot receiver, something. Someone's going to be cool with this, but the Future thing is so fucking, like, cool. Like, you don't know. Future is my Lord and Savior, man. Like some people have Jesus on the cross. I just have Future in my house like this, man. Just, you know, posted up. But exactly. It's going to be good because we get to see hopefully a more polished quarterback in Pittsburgh than a Kenny Pickett, because what was it, 2 years or 1 year that they gave up on?
I want to say the Philadelphia Eagles, we traded for him, right? The fact that he made the roster, Howard Roseman's done a lot of amazing shit. I don't understand that one, but go ahead. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Maybe it's a growing thing. Maybe it's for him to sit down, shut up, grow, because he didn't want to be a backup in Pittsburgh, and they threw him to the dogs too quick. And
his favorite team growing up was the Eagles, by the way. So that's
yeah, whatever. Sweet. And then you got Atlanta, which you had Arthur Smith seriously hold back Bijan Robinson. And now with the emergence of Kirk Cousins, and he's going 2 in fantasy now, it's like, it's wild to fathom this, that you could be, you know, a top 10 back and just jump number 2 when you had like a shitty year. So
he still finished as like a top 10 RB. So with all that being said, he still did.
I agree. I'm high on the guy. I want him to do well. And I think Raheem Morris is going to be the guy to run the ball more, because that's what the Rams like to do.
Aaron Williams, baby.
But I'm not a fan of him as a head coach. I think he's better defensive mind than he is a head coach. I don't know if he's the right guy for this. Atlanta fans will say differently. Hey, hope you guys do well. I'm not a Bucs fan, so you know I'd like to see.
They've had a good offseason.
They've had an amazing offseason. So
and I was a year ahead, because last year I was like, "Yo, they just a couple pieces."
Yeah, you were on it. You were on it. I wasn't ready to, you know, come on over, boys. The water's fine. I wasn't like that. Now,
where's Mike Pless at? Because I told him last year. I told you last year.
I jumped on their podcast last night and I was watching it and sending them messages about shit. So I said one day we'll get Mark on our podcast, but his wife has to give him permission. So, anyways, I like the matchup. I think it'll be intriguing. Two teams that we don't know what to expect from. Like, we're expecting a jump every year from Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin just won't die. And I hope he keeps that to the day he does die. Like, I just want him to just keep winning and winning and winning and winning till he decides to call it quits. Still don't see him hitting that yet. And even when he does, I still don't think they'll get rid of him.
Well, this year, I said it right now.
Say it. I don't think so. Najee Harris got to play for a contract. I think we're going to get a very well-round running back in Najee Harris. I took him in 2 leagues, so we'll see what happens.
Before you -3, Atlanta favorite -3.5. Over under set at 42. Money line Pittsburgh +145. Atlanta -175. So Atlanta's pretty heavy favorites in this one.
Yeah. Game
was in Atlanta. So
I always do the money line. I'm taking the under on that. I don't like that number because it could stink. It could really stink with Russ there. We don't know, and that's a lot.
Everybody. I just want you guys, because A. Robbie's dropping some gems sometime. That was a gem. 42. The under looks really good to me. You are absolutely right.
The under looks good, and Russ, like, he's just corny. All right, he's just corny.
He's gonna be standing right there. Him, Quavo, all of them.
You know it.
Sierra gonna be there too. Like, go team.
Wait, we'll be like, "That's your husband." He'd be like,
"That's your man's."
That's your man's. Like, whatever, man. Like, I don't know. Russ could really stink it up, but Russ could be like, I'm in a place that is a little bit ran better, and I feel wanted.
Does he?
Q
got Justin Fields 2 weeks later.
I don't know. I think Mike Tomlin got something up his. Mike Tomlin is like the sneakiest bastard I know in all of football. Just when you want to write him off, he's like, "Hold on a second. I had AJ. I had
not so fast, my friend."
Yeah, I had Antonio Brown, and I had to deal with that shit. And don't worry, I got this guy. I had Deontay Johnson. And wait a minute, he got pissed off. Now I got George Pickens. You see what I'm going with here? Next year they're gonna get some badass receiver from somewhere, and he's gonna turn up. So I think Mike Tomlin, I never lose faith in him. But I think with Russ, I think he's in a spot where I think he feels more wanted or has the ability to compete to keep his job and show why he's a Super Bowl winner. And there's just something about the Steelers I hate rooting against. Atlanta, it's too new for me. Everything they put together, it's too new, has to gel. I'm rooting for those guys. I want Kyle Pitts to be the guy we thought he was. I want Drake London, USC boy, fight on. I want him to do well. And the defense is more polished now. I want them to do well, but I feel like it's just too new. Then you got a brand new head coach. Mike Tomlin been doing this shit. So I'm gonna go with an upset in the Georgia Dome.
Straight up to win or cover?
What's the cover?
3.5.
Oh, cover 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. So give me like a score then.
I'm gonna say.
Covering. That's a close ass. I mean, it's gonna be like, what you got?
I'm gonna say 21-17.
Well, that's not covering.
How's not covering?
It's gotta be 20-17.
Oh, 3?
3.5. So if my math gets me right, as long as Atlanta wins by 3, I mean, as long as actually, never mind, because you got Pittsburgh. You got Pittsburgh winning or just covering?
Pittsburgh.
Well, if you got them winning, then it don't even matter what the spread is. Then you really think Pittsburgh gonna beat Atlanta?
Yes. It's too fresh.
All right, listen, brother.
And it's Mike Tomlin, bro. It's your brother, man. You can't go against him.
My other brother is the coach of Atlanta, and my favorite player in the NFL still is gonna be Bijan Robinson. Not really, but because I'm tied to the hip. And if I'm Bijan,
you gotta Wesley Snipes this. You gotta shoot Bijan Robinson or Mike Tomlin. Who you pulling the trigger?
If I'm Bijan, I got so much to prove against Arthur Smith because you let me down last year. I went to that Tampa Bay Buccaneer versus Atlanta Falcon game. I told y'all.
He went back to the ticket counter and said, "Give me my money back."
I had this dude on fantasy. I sat in the front row. My seats was fantastic. I was like, Bijan about to go off on these bitches. And he was sick. Arthur Smith said he was sick. I wanted to I was about to go rush the field. Like somebody got to get punched in the throat.
I would have bailed him out of jail, everybody. I would
Somebody
have
got
bailed him out of jail.
somebody had to get punched in the throat. Bijan Robinson about to go crazy. The game is in Atlanta. Future is gonna be there. I'm sorry. I am taking Atlanta over under 42. I'll take the under because I think Pittsburgh defense is still pretty good. I mean, they just got Patrick Queen too now, and Atlanta got better on defense as well. Re-signed the right guys too. So give me Atlanta. Uh, fuck money line. I'll take. They're gonna beat them by more than 3.5. I got Atlanta winning this game. 24-10. No, that's 34. 24-10. Atlanta. Called it. That's it.
Let's make me cry now. Come on.
All right. Take it away, bro. You know you know what it is. We talked about it. East Coast Monday Night Football game, New York in the Meadowlands. West Coast San Francisco is coming to the game. San Fran is favored by 4. Money line is 225 San Francisco. Minus 220. They are heavy against Aaron Rodgers at wait. Oh no, the game was in San Fran. There we go.
Say, get your numbers right, bro.
I got my shit mixed. The game was in San Fran, so minus 225 San Fran.
Ladies and gentlemen, the MC doesn't
plus 185 New York Jets over under 44. San Fran favored by 4. Take it away.
Oh, fuck me over fucking fuck. Okay. The New York Jets, like I alluded to beginning of the podcast, they make my head hurt. They make my head hurt with everything going on there. I can't get a good feel on this team. I see good things in the videos of them in training camp and rapport, but the beat writers keep saying they're not on the same page. They don't look like they're gelling exactly. And I don't want to do this with my team. And the whole Hassan Reddick thing, like, it just sucks. It hurts. I hate seeing it.
I asked you about this a couple months ago. You said, "Oh, we're gonna be fine. They're gonna figure it out."
Yeah, and then I sunk into the sunken place on this whole thing. I was just like, yeah, boy, he's right. And then San Francisco's just San Francisco. They're gonna do what San Francisco does. They're a good team, well-oiled machine. Everybody's buttoned up now, minus your boy Parcell. So hey, I'm a fan. What's the money line?
Money line for San Fran minus 225.
What's the score?
Jets plus 185. Over under is 44. San Fran is favored by 4.
44. I'm gonna smash the over on that. I'll go over on that because I feel like we get to see. Where's wood? Knock on wood. Aaron Rodgers is tear his ACL again. It's not in the Meadowlands, thank God. And if anybody can play in San Fran, it's a California kid, so I like him going to California. I feel like he's polished for that. I'm picking us. I'm going to pick us because I'm a fan, okay? I'm going to pick us.
Straight up, plus 185? You like that?
No, I don't like that. No, I don't know. I don't like any of those numbers. It's going to be a weird game like it was last time.
Yeah.
I feel like something weird's going to happen. Like Brock Purdy will come down to earth and we intercept the ball and we kick a field goal at the end to win it or something like that.
And you smashing you said the over or the under? Over?
Over on the score.
That's why when you just said it, I think the under is the best play here. Brandon Ayuk
again, 2 defensive teams.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk has not been there all summer. Christian McCaffrey has been. I don't know what's been going on. He has what was it, a hamstring? He got some shit going on, and that is some shit that can linger, right? Brock Purdy, I still don't believe in him. No, I know I'm the one hater on this show. I don't give a damn. Still don't see it. And then Aaron Rodgers has not played football in 2 years. I don't know what this game's gonna look like, but I don't see any explosions whatsoever. I got this being a low scoring, kind of like boring game. Fourth quarter, we might see like a punt return for a touchdown. That will be the game sealer, kind of like last year. I, I will say, you know what? I got the Jets covering, but I got San Fran winning the game. But it's gonna be like a low scoring because it's -4. I got like I think it's gonna be like a 3-point game, and they win it by like a field goal. So give me the Jets to cover.
Taking my Philly pick back now.
You do what you want. Give me the Jets to cover and give me the under. That's my best way to play this one. Give me the Jets to cover and then the under is going to hit. All
We'll
right.
we'll check in K with his 8-game parlay too on Sunday and let you guys know.
I'll let y'all know what it look like. It ain't gonna be 8 though. I'm keeping it to either 3 or 5. I keep it between 3 and 5 now. That's it. 3 and 5. I learned my lesson.
Oh, you're learning. You're
I was
learning.
a rookie.
Oh,
now I'm a vet.
Man.
I'm a vet.
Guy. He's learning.
All right, let's get y'all fantasy lineups in check. So let's run through this real quick. So you know how we know people do start them, start them, sit them, start them, sit them. I did it a different way. I'm like, you know what, screw it. We're gonna do this the fair with the podcast way. I don't know if you got some people you've already kind of written down for your own self that you want to bring up. I'll let you do that at the end. But we're about to do start bench cut fantasy edition week 1. Week 1.
Let's do it.
All right. We're gonna kick this hoe off with the quarterbacks. So we're gonna do quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. Because I don't give a shit about kickers and defense. Y'all can figure that shit out by yourself. Okay. I mean, it should be common sense to me. But anyway, we're gonna start with the quarterbacks. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, new weapons. Who this? That's the theme. Josh Allen lost his guys. CJ Stroud gained one of his guys, and Jalen Hurts got a new dude from Washington recently, and a new dude from New York. Who week 1 we got Josh Allen versus the blah 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 Arizona Cardinals at home. You got CJ Stroud. Is he gonna have a rookie? It's a sophomore stuff. We don't know, but it's at Indianapolis, and we got Jalen Hurts in Brazil. Week 1, start bench cut.
I'm starting Josh Allen against the Arizona Cardinals because they're dog shit. I am benching CJ Stroud, and I am cutting Jalen Stroud. If this is or Jalen Hurts, if this is from a fantasy purpose for week 1.
All right, so
with those you gave me, with those 3 you gave me,
I'm in agreement with starting Josh Allen, especially against Arizona. Right now, let's say I'm a fantasy owner and I got CJ Stroud and Jalen Hurts. What do you think? Because
I have them both.
There you go. The 2 light-skinned brothers. Of course you do. Jalen Hurts against Green Bay.
I have them both.
Jalen Hurts against Green Bay, in Brazil. CJ Stroud with his brand new, I got to figure out who I got to throw the ball to with Houston on the road. You feel more confident in CJ Stroud than Jalen Hurts?
It's just one guy, and the one guy is a polished receiver. It's one guy. Everyone knows their role on that team. Everybody knows their role on that team.
Okay, cool. All right, next edition. Got paid.
And I love Jalen Hurts. You know that.
I got you. I think me.
That's a hard one for me. I don't want to say that because that's my starting quarterback in one league.
I'll start Josh Allen as well. For this week 1, I would also probably do the same thing. But you be kicking yourself like, damn, I should have started Jalen Hurts. That's how I see it.
I also
because I just don't know about the Brazil thing. That's what kind of concerns me.
Look at it this way. Anthony Richardson is back from a major injury. How good is he? He's going up against a much better Texans defense. I took Texans defense in one league.
We're gonna get to Anthony Richardson. Don't worry.
All right, let's go.
All right. Next, I got paid this summer, baby. Jared Goff, Tua Tagovailoa, Kirk Cousins. Now, if you did your fantasy drafts, these people all got drafted. You kind of thought about them at the same time. Like, I need a quarterback now. So, Jared Goff. We who's Detroit playing again? Jared Goff is playing the Detroit. Who y'all playing? Oh, LA Rams at home, so it's inside.
Kill him.
The dome against his former team. Tua with his receiver that got hella girlfriends and shit. Miami. They are playing. I'm sorry, y'all. I should already had this information already ready to go. But Tua is playing. I'll let y'all know in a second. So we got Tua and we got Kirk Cousins. His first game in Atlanta. We talked about that against Pittsburgh. And Tua's playing against Jacksonville, another guy who got paid. But we're gonna go with these three: Jared Goff, Tua, and Kirk.
I'm starting Tua. I'm benching Jared Goff, and I'm cutting Kirk week 1.
You know what? I agree. Tua's at home week 1, and all that Brian Flores shit that just came out. That man, he got a new look and everything. That man's on a mission. I don't know what's going on with Jalen Waddle. I
I
know
think Tua is a good person. I think
he's
Tua
a
is a
good
guy
dude.
that's not like the money gets to him.
He's a good dude. So the money won't affect him. However, you know what? Scratch that. Jared Goff is playing at home at the Dome. I'm gonna rock with Jared Goff because he be playing his ass off at home. It's not on national TV. He got no pressure. He got to go out there and ball against his former team that let him go. For Matthew Stafford, I'm going Jared Goff as
He
my
had that
starter.
revenge game. He had that revenge game last year.
I'm
That's why I'm
going Jared Goff start him. Tua bench, Kirk Cousins cut. Not because Kirk Cousins is terrible, but he is coming off of was it Achilles tear or some shit like that? Like when did
you,
it become
you
what?
like that. You like that.
When did it become easy to just come off of injuries like that? Like this ain't no I don't know what the hell they thought this was. Bijan Robinson about to get hella carries in this game. So start me personally, I'll go start Jared, bench to cut Cousins. Kirk Cousins. All right. New year, new me. Maybe last year didn't go how I expected it to. My name might be Bryce Young. You know, it was kind of a sucky first year. My name is Anthony Richardson. I got hurt early. Or my name is Will Levis. And the mayonnaise, ran out early, but we got the mayo going towards the end of the year. And I got some boys with me now. I got D Hop. I got some running backs. Start bench cut. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. So Bryce Young is going to be playing. Anthony Richardson, we already know he's going to be playing. We just said that against your boy
Texas.
Houston. Um, who we got? Will Levis, Tennessee boy, Tennessee. It's always weird with Tennessee, but Tennessee will be playing the Chicago Bears, and then and that's going to be at Chicago, and then Bryce Young, unfortunately, that poor man. Let's see, Carolina's playing at the Superdome in New Orleans. What you got?
I'm starting Anthony Richardson. I'm benching Will Levis, and I'm cutting Bryce Young. They're not setting him up for success. And Will Levis, you're on to something. I'm giving you your flowers now. I'm giving you your flowers now because I looked at that wide receiver core. I looked at the running back room. I looked at the defense a little bit today. Offensive line is a little bit shaky. The Nigerian wide or tight end, he's on the radar. He's on the radar, but it all comes down to is Will Levis him or not. And the only thing that tells me he's not him is a fucking mayonnaise cologne.
But
So
what was the bet that we made last week or 2 weeks
make the
ago?
playoffs. And what did I say I would do?
You gonna get that
Cologne.
cologne.
If I gotta make it myself, I'll do it. Fuck it.
You gonna get that cologne. You know what? Because I gotta stick to my guns.
Fuck you.
I would definitely start Anthony Richardson, but I like the Texas defense. I really do like the Texas defense. You should too. I mean, you've been big on the defense. So,
I took
but
it. I took it in one league.
I'm gonna start Will Levis because I'm. You know what? I have. You know how like what's his name? Vic.
Boy,
How he felt about the Bengals that one year.
you know what? Fuck it. I'm taking the Bengals. Fuck it.
I'm taking the Titans, bro. Taking the Titans. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start Will Levis. I'm gonna bench Anthony Richardson, and my dog. I feel so bad, Bryce Young. It's just
Sucks, right?
it's just not in the card. But I mean, they gave him Deontay Johnson. So we're gonna see how that looks. Okay, we're gonna see how that looks. But they're gonna run the football a lot. Dave Canales coming over from Tampa Bay. They're gonna run the football a lot, and then we'll see how Deontay Johnson fares, being the number one guy. All right. Last but not least, with quarterbacks, we talked about rookies a little bit earlier. And I said we're gonna get back to the rookies. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix getting the start for the Denver Broncos. We do know we got Caleb Williams is going to be starting against the Will Levis, aforementioned Will Levis, Tennessee Titans. We got Jaden Daniels playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we got Bo Nix playing against Seattle in Seattle. Start, bench, cut, go.
Starting Caleb Williams for sure. I am going to bench the mayonnaise fuck. No. Who said? You said Jaden Daniels.
And Bo Nix.
Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels.
Sean Payton love that man Bo, so I don't.
He does. And Jaden Daniels, I saw. No homo. Pause. I saw Jaden Daniels on the sideline, and that boy is frail body. Like he is.
Hey, we all been thinking it. We've all been thinking it. That man does not. Listen, I told my Washington football team friends or whatever they call now, and that dude don't know how to slide RG3 because
I don't want to. No, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to put that on him. But
Caleb
won too many licks in college.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm not listening to you. You can entitled to your opinion. I'm saying start Caleb. I'm gonna say for this week, I'm going to bench Bo and then I'm gonna cut Jaden.
You don't think Jaden can do shit with Tampa Bay? Because the way. Because I agree with you only this week because Todd Bowles is a defensive coach.
Absolutely.
He got some shit for this rookie.
He's gonna come out.
Going on.
He's gonna come out with his list and be like, he ain't gonna beat us today.
Exactly. So for this week, fantasy owners for this week, because I know you drafted Jaden Daniels earlier than you wanted to. You probably
everybody wants a rookie. Everybody wants.
You probably reached. I hope you have a backup because I don't know if this running quarterback against Todd Bowles is gonna be the best idea to start this bitch off.
What's wrong, Jaden? Because you look like a fucking 17-year-old girl with that body. Like, prove us wrong. Pause. I saw him on the sidelines for where did he go to? LSU. I was like, he couldn't even fill out his jacket. I was like, oh my god, is that an extra small?
That shit won him the Heisman, but the Heisman don't translate all the time, Tebow. That Heisman don't translate all the time.
We were high on him. I mean, Vic is still high on him too.
We're gonna see, man. I just this week against Todd Bowles to kick off your career. I don't know, man. That's tough. That's tough for me.
No, too.
Let's go to the running backs. Hero RB strategy. You probably drafted C-Mac in your hero RB. You probably drafted Breece Hall in your hero RB. You probably drafted Bijan Robinson in your hero RB. We do know that Bijan's playing Pittsburgh against Arthur Smith. We just talked about that. We do know that Breece Hall, your boy, is playing San Francisco. And we do know C-Mac should be playing against the Jets. How do you play that?
Bijan, Breece, and
C-Mac.
I hate you so fucking much.
I know, bro. Come on, this can't be easy all the time, man. Come on, you gotta. While you're thinking, I'm concerned about I don't know why I'm concerned about C-Mac. I am too. I don't know why I'm concerned about him, but I think he should be fine. Breece, everybody's been high on your dog, Breece. Everybody is like,
and I'm not looking at it as
draft him. But my favorite player on this list is Bijan. So I'm going to just say I'm taking Bijan to start. I'm still going to take C-Mac to bench over Breece Hall only for this week. Now, obviously, if you have any of these three, y'all, start all three of these folks. All right, start all three of these folks. However, in this scenario, Breece got to show me because, to me, they needed Breece last year because they didn't have no kind of quarterback play.
He fucking did shit last year.
Exactly. Last year. They had nothing but him and Garrett Wilson. At least this year, we got some options because I got Aaron Rodgers. So, to me, they don't have to rely as heavily on him. And they're going against San Fran. They, in San Fran, West Coast trip, I don't know it's gonna be that smooth out the gate.
All right, let's shut up. All right, I got the same as you. I'm not gonna lie, I have the same as you. Start all three. Start all three though.
All right. Next segment. New kids on the block. Saquon. Welcome to Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs, welcome to Green Bay. So they played against each other, obviously. Derrick Henry, the Dreadnought, welcome to Baltimore. They kick off the season against the Kansas City Chiefs. How would you play that?
I'm starting the fucking dreadnought. I'm benching Saquon, and I'm cutting Josh Jacobs.
I
You're switching dreadnought for Saquon.
I am starting Saquon Barkley because of
If
the
you have
offense
all three, start them. By the way,
because of the offense that we run. I feel like he's got something to prove. We just gave him money.
and we
I
we were,
am benching.
we were just praising Derrick Henry a little while ago for the running.
I am benching Derrick Henry, even though that's my dog.
I'm taking my fandom out of this, but someone can't take theirs out. It's
Even
okay.
though that's my dog, I'm benching Derrick Henry, and then Josh Jacobs. You got to show me, dog. You got to show me in this new system.
I'm gonna make a meme of you and that like one dude doing the "That's my dog" dance and then the leg out and all that. I'm gonna make a meme of you with your head on.
Hey, it's all gravy. I got no beef.
Excellent.
All right, it's crowded. Now this is a dual threat question. It's crowded back here. Now you got to pick these two. You got to pick out of these three tandems, and then out of those three tandems, you got to pick who would you rather start.
Raheem Mostert.
That's one of them. So we got Gibbs and Montgomery in Detroit. We got Achan. How do you say Achan?
A-Chain.
And Mostert in Miami, and we got Spears and Pollard in Tennessee. Now, Gibbs and Montgomery, Detroit. We know they play the Rams. Achan and Mostert. They play. Who they play week 1? I already said that, didn't I? I messed up. Miami. God, who did Miami play? Oh, the Jags. And then we got, I said Tennessee earlier. We got Pollard and we got Spears. And I know when y'all was drafting your running backs, those two were sitting right there. You're like, what do I do? Now, what backfield would you rather have start, bench, cut? And then once you pick that, who are you starting out of those? Start with which backfield did you start, bench, cut?
I'm going to, in the order you just said, I'm starting Detroit first. I'm benching Miami, and I'm cutting Tennessee. Tennessee, because it's too new. We don't know what it is. I know Pollard is a starter. I don't give a fuck about Spears. If you think he's a starter,
they drafted him.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He couldn't do it last year. He's a complimentary back. Mostert, let's put some respect on the motherfucker's name. He had 18 touchdowns last year, okay? 18. I don't think that goes away from 18.
Getting older.
He's getting older, but he's a good guy. 18 touchdowns. Nobody says 18 touchdowns, you're a backup now. That doesn't happen, okay? Unless you have a complete drop-off, then we understand.
Your name was Austin Eckler.
Oh, your name is Austin Eckler. 18 touchdowns. So I'm going with that for that sake. And then the first one, 1A, 1B. Told you, David Montgomery.
You gotta start one of them on your team right now.
I'm starting David. I mean, you can put them both if you got them both. One flex, one RB, one or two.
So would you feel comfortable putting both?
Yes, absolutely. That's the team.
Against the Rams, I don't know what. I mean,
there's no D line.
Oh yeah, no more Aaron Donald. Oh my God, Aaron Donald. Oh yeah, that's barbecue chicken,
barbecue chicken all day, baby. All day. Fuck that shit.
I like that. All right. And
last but not least, having the Stephen A. laugh right now, baby.
Last but not least, we're running back. This is not week 1. This is stash. All right. Jalen Wright, Miami Dolphins. McLaughlin, Denver Broncos. Trey Benson, Arizona Cardinals. Start, bench, cut. Who do you want to stash for sure out of those three? Because I've come down. All three of those have been like the stash options.
McLaughlin, Benson, Wright. Because Wright's in the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Like, whatever your preseason little darlings are, no.
He looked good in that last game against the Bucks.
He played against bums. Stop.
He gonna be working at Crunch Fitness.
Fuck out of here. Stash McLaughlin, because like he's had flashes, and Javonte Williams is broken my heart every year. I've taken him with like. My heart too. Yeah, and who was the other one you said?
Yeah, Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, and McLaughlin. So Trey Benson, Arizona.
Like James Conner has to come down to earth at some point. Like, love the guy. You beat cancer. Like, you gotta come.
Who'd you start? Who'd you start there?
McLaughlin
and Trey Benson.
Trey Williams is fucking trash, man. Fuck that guy.
I don't know. That one's tough. That one was really tough for me because I've had all three of these situations. Like, damn. I think McLaughlin. Probably liked him the most because of the Darren Sproles kind of comparison that he gets with Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton has like a man crush on him, and the fact that they were willing to get rid of Samaje Perine, I was like, something must be there. So I would start McLaughlin, Trey Benson. Something's got to give. They drafted him early, and then Jalen Wright. It is pretty crowded, so we're gonna have to figure out what the hell's going on in Miami. All right, wide receivers. I just got paid Justin Jefferson. I just got paid CeeDee Lamb. I just got paid Amara St. Brown. We know Justin Jefferson with a brand new quarterback that not named Kirk Cousins, whom I did draft Mr. Jefferson 7th overall in one of my leagues. The Minnesota Vikings are playing the Giants in New York. We got CeeDee Lamb, obviously against the Browns. We talked about that, and then Amon-Ra. Mind you, there's a theme here. A lot of Detroit motherfuckers on here. Their offense is fucking exciting as shit.
Dan Campbell, baby. Dan Campbell.
So what you got? What would you do in that situation? Because that is actually like a Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, St. Brown. I just got paid.
Who's Detroit playing?
They are playing the Rams.
I'm starting Justin Jefferson against the Giants. I am benching.
With Sam Darnold?
Against the Giants?
Sam Darnold? Their defense is pretty good in New York.
Who are their DBs?
I don't even know, but the defense.
Okay, yeah, and there we go.
Okay.
Who are the Cowboys DBs? Name me one.
I mean, you mean the Browns DBs?
You can name both Browns DBs.
Denzel Ward.
Okay, you name one. Okay, name me a Cowboys one now.
It don't matter.
Name me who's the other one?
Amara St. Brown. They playing
name me the
Rams.
The Rams one.
I don't know shit about shit with the Rams.
White. But he used to be with Buffalo. Davis White.
He old.
Matter.
So you started Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson gonna get busy. You saw him on fucking receiver. Like, dude, you could throw the ball 10 yards behind him and he gonna find a way to get it. Justin Jefferson, benching Amon-Ra, and I'm cutting CeeDee Lamb. Just for week 1. Start all 3, but that's what I'm doing.
Brother in Christ.
brother in Allah.
My brother in Allah. CeeDee Lamb. They ain't got shit else to throw to for Dak Prescott. I'm starting CeeDee Lamb. You know what? Scratch that. I'm starting Amon-Ra St. Brown. Detroit. I'm going to start Amon-Ra St. Brown because we love this dude and he just got paid as well. No circus, no nothing. It was just, Amon-Ra got paid. I'm starting Amon-Ra.
Justin Jefferson too. No circus.
I know, but he has Sam Darnold. And unfortunately, I have to cut
Sam Darnold.
I have to cut Justin Jefferson.
Week 1, he's on the waiver wire.
I have to cut Justin Jefferson in this case because I don't know. I mean, the Giants' defense is going to be carrying them to at least 5 or 6 wins, I'm thinking, right? 5 wins. CeeDee, I'll bench him, but I think because he hasn't played all summer, that's the only reason why I'm benching him. Amara, I think he's going to eat. I think Amara going to go crazy.
That's a humble dude.
He's going to go crazy. Dude. All right, number 2. All right, next one. These guys get love too, even though they may not be the guy, because we don't know who the guy is. Brandon Ayuk, he's the guy that's emerging. DJ Moore, he just got paid too, but he's emerging. And then Devontae Smith, he just got paid, and we like him a little bit more than A.J. Brown. You probably saw all these 3 guys, and you're like, ooh, which one do I want? A-Rod, start bench come. Brandon Ayuk versus the Jets. DJ Moore versus, I don't know who the fuck Carolina playing. And then Devontae versus the Packers.
No, DJ Moore.
The Bears. The Bears, my bad. The Bears is playing the Titans.
I'm starting DJ Moore. I'm benching.
Really?
Yes. DJ Moore against the who? Who are they playing?
They playing the Titans at home.
Absolutely.
The Bears at home.
Absolutely. DJ Moore gets busy. He's a fantasy star. DJ Moore I'm starting. I'm benching Devontae Smith, and I'm cutting Brandon Ayuk against the Jets secondary.
I love it. I'm right with you. Shout out to my dog. But I'm right with you. All right.
I love Devontae. Start them all, though.
Yeah. Ooh, all of them? You start Ayuk week 1?
Absolutely, I would. He's been working out. I've been paying close attention to him. He's been working out. He got He
I don't
looks like
like people not holding in, holding out,
have
whatever. That's
have you listen, I'm a judge of character, and I think that's a guy that got you 1,300 yards last year that felt underappreciated because no one sung his praises until we got to the ship.
yeah.
And
But
everyone
you
was
do have to start him because you probably drafted him in the second or third round. So
please,
yes, but
please.
if you have like a deep wide receiver core and you're like, you know what, I got a flex position. I don't really need him. I wouldn't be opposed personally to if you left him on the bench for week 1 while he gets his feet back wet again. That's just me. Last but not least with the receivers. A kind of a similar situation we did with the running backs. We got Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins. We got the Green Bay receivers, and we got Puka and Cooper Kupp. The reason why I did it this way. Do we know if Puka was just because you asked me last year about you just asked me about
Funny in my league that I just did this draft. Puka went first overall.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we know if Puka was a flash in the pan last year because Cooper Kupp was hurt? Or is Cooper Kupp still Matt Stafford's boy? Green Bay, who is the guy? And then Houston, they just got this dude from Buffalo. How would you play? How would you play these situations? You got to start one receiver in all of these. I might be doing start bench cut. You got to start. You got to start one receiver.
You got to pick the team and then pick the receiver. Pick the team and then the receiver. Houston's playing Tennessee. No,
Houston's playing the Colts.
Colts. Green Bay's playing the Eagles, and who was the last one?
The Rams. They're playing Detroit.
I'm starting Houston. I'm benching Green Bay, and I'm cutting the Rams.
You're cutting Puka and Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, for week 1 against the fucking Detroit Lions in the dome.
Really?
In the dome?
It don't matter. Matthew Stafford used to play there.
I know, but Matthew Stafford's getting up there, and he's a guy that we have to talk about age. Like, it has to catch up with him at some point. I think you're going to have a great year. And this is just week 1.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me who to pick, I'm taking Cooper Kupp to be the starter there over Puka Nacua.
Okay, I like that. I agree with you.
Like, you can't win the Triple Crown and just be forgotten, an afterthought, and be white at that. So that does a lot for your character. You get a lot of respect in the locker room from that.
I like Puka though because he's a LeBron fan, so he's my dog.
I like Puka too because he grew a beard over the summer, so I like that too. It shows coming of age.
Green Bay,
we do all the time.
Let me just tell you what I did in my.
There is no one.
Let me tell you what I just did in one of my fantasy leagues because it's a 3-keeper league, right? I kept Jaden Reed in the 13th round because that's why I drafted him last year, and I also drafted Christian Watson. You have to pick one receiver for your flex spot, for example, right? You got Christian Watson, you got Jaden Reed, you got Dobbs, you got Wicks, you got a lot of fucking mouths to feed, right?
Taking Romeo Dobbs with my very last fucking pick and a gamble. Because who had the most touchdowns on the team?
Who are you starting in your flex spot?
Bro, I told you.
You got to pick one.
No, I don't have one. I told you.
You got to pick one.
Whoever you pick, start him in your flex spot because I'm telling you, there's not a one. There is not a one until we see someone make that leap this year. Even LaFleur. LaFleur is the biggest piece of shit coach that I know in the league. Came out and said, we don't have a number one here. There isn't a number one. And I believe that shit. I believe that shit when I heard it.
You know what? The best way to play that, just start Jordan Love. Just start Jordan Love. At the end of the day, just start Jordan Love.
Correct. And then the last one with Buffalo, I'm telling you right now, Houston. If you got Nico Collins over Stephon Diggs, shame on you. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Shame on me then, because that's what I did. Give me that Michigan Wolverines. They got rapport. They got rapport, dog. Come on. That gotta count.
Stephon Diggs, when he comes into the deal.
1 year, he's got 1 year left on his deal.
He got to play to show that he's available.
Hey man, age is a thing, bro. OBJ used to be that dude. Now he's an afterthought. He turned 30. He's an afterthought.
OBJ also tore his ACL like 19 times and also fought on.
was just running, was just doing laps out there for Buffalo.
I'm telling you, Stephon Diggs gonna be just fine. Don't worry, Stephon Diggs gonna be just fine.
All right, A-Rod got Diggs. I got Nico. We might make a small wager. How you want to do it? Catches or yards?
Huh?
How you want to make a little wager? Catches or yards? You want to do catches or yards? I feel that's tough. We'll talk about that offline.
Nah, do it now, pussy. Come on, throw it now. Let him hear
I gotta
it.
do my research. I'm a
Ah,
smart gambler.
he
I'm
mad. He mad.
a smart gambler. All right. Last but not least, we're not doing. We're just gonna do. I just want to ask a couple questions about tight ends because tight ends is always the weird shit. Kyle Pitts, what are you doing with him?
I'm not reaching, but I'm comfortably taking him as my tight end.
Do you have a backup? Would you, if you take him, you definitely have a backup plan, or you like, you know what, I got my tight end, and I don't need to like reach to get another backup tight end type of deal.
I always get a backup tight end just for like the last pick.
If you start in week one,
yeah, absolutely. If Juwan Johnson is there, I'm telling you, man, he's undervalued. He's undervalued what he did last year. And Taysom Hill, like you said it, Champagne ain't there no more. That white boy's an afterthought. No offense to Taysom Hill, but Juwan Johnson,
it's different.
Juwan Johnson gets shit done. Like he gets shit done. That's a value pick for your last pick. I'll tell you right now.
Who is most likely to bust this year? Pause. Travis Kelce, or Mark Andrews. Most likely to be a bust this year.
I would.
Who do you start? Who do you start week one between those two? Because they're playing against each other.
Yeah. I would start Mark Andrews. I'd feel more comfortable with him. God, that's a hard one to say, to be honest with you. I feel like Mark Andrews is a more startable one, and Travis Kelce is the one that I would be prepared to be a bust because for the last 5 years he's been a first-round pick, and this is the first year I think he's going in the third round. So that's a little bit eye-awakening for me to see that from Travis Kelce, and that has to do with age and Taylor.
A month from today, well, tomorrow basically, but when y'all listen to this, a month from today, he turned 35. That's got to mean something. So
no, it doesn't. Agree. I'm gonna be 37 in a few weeks, so I don't want to hear.
But in football years, the position that he plays, come on now, I will definitely start Mark Andrews over Travis Kelce. Weird to say that. Actually, it's so weird for me to say that I already talked myself out of it. I still start Travis Kelce over Mark Andrews, but I think Travis Kelce has a better chance of being a bust this year over Mark Andrews simply because they brought in a lot of weapons. Xavier Worthy, we'll see how many games Rashee Rice plays. They got him back. Hollywood Brown, like to me, they went and bolstered up their offense just in case. So, to me, he has a better chance of being a bust. But plus, Taylor Swift is going to be, is going to be there. And then last, second-year players, Sam Laporta, another Detroit player, Trey McBride. Who is really him between those two?
Sam Laporta. Get Trey Like, if you took Trey McBride, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't believe it. Because I don't believe it. When did you hear about him? Like the last 3 weeks of the season?
He balled last year.
Trey McBride can eat a dick. I don't believe in him.
I mean, I agree look, I kind of agree on Sam Laporta because I did keep him in a couple of leagues. But I am a little nervous. That maybe it was a flash in the pan, and I'm hoping that it's not. Trey McBride, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. and who else? Trey McBride. Detroit, they got 2 running backs, Jameson Williams, Amara St. Brown. I mean, so that's a lot of shit. So I agree because you take the best offense. That's what you do. You take the best offense. I'll take the Detroit, but Trey McBride is gonna eat. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I'm gonna just say that. If I had to pick between the two, I'll take Sam Laporta though.
I wouldn't touch Trey McBride with a 10-foot pole.
You wildin', dog. You wildin'. Nope.
I would have rather George Kittle over him. I don't care.
Nah, man, whatever. Ooh, no, absolutely not. Oh, hell no.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, because you said that disrespectful shit, George Kittle has a better chance to be a bust out of all the tight ends this year because fuck 49ers. Like I said, I was trying to be nice to him earlier, but you know what? Fuck the 49ers. It's over. So that's all I got. Any kickers or defensive players that you want to highlight?
Um, do you do a defensive player league?
I
Player.
so in my tar league, toast and roast league. Shout out to the toast and roast league. Shout out to GP. We do an individual defensive player, which is pretty interesting.
It's fun, right? It's fun. We're doing
It's
linebacker
interesting.
this year. We're doing
I
linebacker
I,
this
pi-
year.
I picked who did I pick? I picked Patrick Queen. I mean no, Roquan Smith.
I have Roquan
Uh,
in my linebacker league.
I got Roquan Smith, and then on the bench I have what's his name? Eric Jones Jr. I mean Eric Jones the fourth, Ernest Jones the fourth. He was with the Rams
Do you have a
last year, and
do
he
you have a position or do you have like any position you want?
one individual defensive player.
Damn, y'all got to do one position and then pick that. Each year we rotate. We do 1 year we do defensive end. One day we do
Yeah,
like cornerback, safety, linebacker. We do them all like that.
yeah.
And when it
We did
comes to things like that,
individual. Yeah.
you got to do the ones that are hybrids. So if it's like a defensive end linebacker, then you can get that and you get more tackles and sacks and stuff. So
But yeah, to me, Roquan, I did like. I mean, the Roquan is Roquan, and especially so like week one.
but the
It's
thing is, the
it,
guys you're thinking, they won't be the ones that save you in fantasy.
never. You think
It's a dude in Jacksonville. It's a dude in Jacksonville.
yeah, the Nigerian dude.
Nigerian name. He had
Foyesade
that's the guy.
Oluwakan.
That's the guy. He had like 900 tackles last year. We'll never sing his name ever again.
And as we kind of get close to wrapping this whole up, the Cubs just threw a no hitter.
Oh, did they?
And
Who threw it?
you know what's annoying is
Against
we're
the
getting
Phillies?
so used to like pitcher and bullpen combined for a no hitter. So Shota. How you say last name? Imanaga. Obviously, he should be somebody who you expect to throw a no hitter. But nowadays, because of the state of baseball, it's pitcher plus the bullpen combined for no hitter. It's their first no hitter at Wrigley Field since 1972. So the days of no hitters of individual players is few far in between. But that's all I got. That's all That's all we got today. We'll post our picks or whatever, however you want to see it, so you can know the best way to kind of approach everything. A-Rod's gonna keep track of these of the puntos. I'll remind you, and I'll get we'll get Vic and Sammy their shit too. We don't know where they at. They just out here partying and shit. I think Vic's in South Carolina,
Mhm.
and Sammy's probably running somewhere in Morocco or Egypt or Algeria. I don't know. But any last thoughts for you as we close this whole off?
Uh, no, I got nothing, man. Just be good to people. That's all I got. Just be kind and be good to people.
I got one. Caitlin Clark is busting these chicks' ass, and they mad, dog.
Caitlin Clark.
Mad. Caitlin Clark is. But I told you,
Angel Reese too. Give Angel Reese her props too.
See, you sound like them. You sound like them.
But you have
what
to.
the hell has she done? They 11-20. Indiana Fever are over 500 for the first time in 3 years. Caitlin Clark is killing these girls. I saw Angel Reese. They left her in the game down 20 points so she can get her double. That's not cute, bro. Caitlin Clark getting these numbers in 3 quarters. Stop, y'all mad.
I don't watch reality TV, so I don't care.
Y'all's mad. I'm just saying, y'all was talking
shit about mad.
Caitlin Clark busting these chicks up, but and Cheryl Swoops. Come on, stop it, Cheryl Swoops. Anyway, where can they find us?
You can find us on, is it X or Twitter? We're going by now. It's Twitter still to me. I don't give a shit.
Both.
Whatever. Find us at Fair_Weather Pod. You can catch us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Search the Fairweather Podcast, and wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio, you can catch us there. Search the Fairweather Podcast. What you got, man? If I hear Fly Eagles Fly or some bullshit about the Phillies, make it gender neutral today. Make it gender neutral.
I wasn't gonna say none of that. I was gonna say shout out to our green teams as we approach week 1. I know this shit's scary. I know this shit is exciting. It's all the emotions that you're thinking of. All I'm saying is hibernate, eat your cookies and shit, but don't forget to go out and go for a walk during commercial breaks or in between games. Let's not all get fat and old. Let's just getting that cardio up. All right.
If I learned anything from your wife, bro, keep good plants in your house. It
Yep.
gives off good energy. Keep good plants in your house.
Show enough. Show enough. Go Birds though. Fly Eagles fly.